ToonGrin.com.
Hey guys, sort of a trailer reaction. We understood that they did a demo showcase for the new Marvel Spider-Man game that everybody's hyped up about. Spider-Man!
Spider-Man!
He's all over the place. He was in Infinity War. He had Homecoming. There's Homecoming 2, which kind of nixes how things are supposed to feel in Infinity War.
And a new animated movie coming out in December.
Yeah, which we did a trailer reaction to, so be sure to click the card above WHYBOY's head in this general area.
You can't do that, Nero. You gotta do it at the end. It's the end card.
Whatever. Oh, do we not get the cards at the top?
No, you can't do... Oh yeah, we could do that, but do it at the end.
Okay, at the end! Okay, let's do this Spider-Man!
Ew.
This is a long one, guys. It's like 7 minutes of gameplay, so we're gonna probably talk over it as we go.
Right.
So, unlike the other ones where we sort of talk at the end.
Yes,
okay, I know what the raft is. That's a super prison in the Marvel Universe. It's where they hold super villains.
Right.
I believe it's an underwater prison, and that's just like the top part. It's almost like an oil rig.
Okay. There's Spider-Man.
Electro, because Spider-Man fights electric guys.
Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, it's probably worse than it looks.
But in my experience, when it looks bad,
It's worse.
it's usually worse.
Thanks. Yeah, Electro.
Ah, shit.
Wow, he looks terrible.
Yeah, he's covered in crap.
Use your webs.
Hold on!
You're, fun fact.
Yeah.
Yuri Lowenthal voices Spider-Man. He's the voice of Teenage Ben 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can definitely hear the Ben 10
He's
voice.
Sasuke Uchiha.
Oh. Oh yeah, I can definitely hear Sasuke as well.
You okay?
Graphics are nice.
Yeah.
Welcome to the park!
Wow, you look like crap.
What's with the electrical scar on your face?
He wears a mask in the old comics that looked like lightning bolts,
Yeah.
but everyone thinks he looks stupid with that because he looks like a supervillain.
Yeah,
So instead, they put the scars on him. Now he looks badass.
no, it looks stupid because they're shaped like electrical scarring.
Because it's made to look like still a mask.
Yeah. Punch,
Everyone just
punch.
quietly go back into your cells and lock the door
I
behind
played a few of the Spider-Man games. Like definitely, I love the free-flowing combat.
Oh yeah, it's like playing a Batman game but better because it's way more high speed.
Yeah.
Because he's Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider.
I don't know who any of these villains are. Well, they're probably just a bunch of no names.
Yeah, I think they're just a bunch of like random thugs.
And because this is the raft holds superpowered entities.
Right.
I'm guessing the glowy bits are power inhibitors.
Yeah.
like fish in a barrel.
Okay, see that's cool.
Yeah.
I hope Doc Ock shows up because he's one of my favorites.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope Venom doesn't show up because I'm sick of Rhino.
Oh.
Oh, hi, Rhino.
Hope you like surprise, Spider.
Oh, they made you Russian actually.
Surprise.
He's Russian in the comics. The very first Rhino was. The next one wasn't. So it's a nice callback.
Nice.
Me? Just trapped in a prison with every criminal I've put away in the last 8 years.
Okay, there were two. Scorpion.
Must be working for someone.
This is too good to be true.
Can you hold on a minute?
Not liking your costume, Mac.
Calling it was business.
Yeah, shit.
Again, like the redesigns for a lot of these characters are so cumbersome.
Yeah, definitely like, more busy on them.
Yeah, see, this is basically like that Batman game that came out. It's like the Arkham Asylum games.
Yeah, it's just exactly like Batman.
My only thing I hate about that is that there's so many other superheroes that should get games. Captain America would be cool. Superman, The Flash, Wonder Woman
Right.
would be cool. Captain Marvel or Shazam, as they keep ruining him. Because I don't want them to think I mean the female Captain Marvel from Marvel Comics. She sucks. She's a loser and an alcoholic who could never get her shit together.
Yeah. Oh.
Come on, Spider-Man. I thought this was a shake.
Wow, I hate that design.
Come on, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like even his voice sounds off.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
You gotta come, Spider-Man.
That's cool.
Oh yeah. Oh, whoop, whoop.
All right, so a lot of aerial stuff. So I guess Vulture will be included.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely if they make web swing like really cool.
Yeah.
Cool would be awesome.
I guess the Goblin will probably show up
Ah, definitely.
because the Goblin almost always shows up.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop.
See, that'll make you feel like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know, that speed. Vulture.
Yeah, there he is.
You're wearing a mask. How's your words muddled? How's that work?
Now you got your white goo in my face.
You webbed me right in the mouth, all over my neck and chest.
Well, it looks like the entire population of the realm has escaped.
Well, that's not Spider-Man's fault. You idiots should make a prison that holds supervillains.
Yeah, I'm the one that captured them all.
But this is superhero comics. The prison we designed to hold the supervillains never holds the supervillains.
Because we're terrible at that.
Man, it looks so cumbersome.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get those sort of daggers on his chest.
I think it's supposed to be like a, I don't know. It sort of looks like it's supposed to regulate his energy. Because in the comics, Electro didn't have electric powers. He put machines inside of his body because his body could conduct electricity, but he couldn't discharge it.
Right.
Man, every game has this.
Yeah.
Run up and dodge like debris. I'm so bored with that.
Yeah.
I know it's a Spider-Man thing, but I'm just so bored with it.
Electro!
Yeah. Oh.
Stop being a jerk.
Yeah.
Come on, Max.
How do you like my new suit?
It's stupid.
Where'd you get it? It's an exclusive.
Was it Osborn?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Scorpion will be 4. God, again in the face.
Watch every time.
There's Mr. Negative, who's lame. No, he is.
Yeah. So, what are his powers?
Energy and he looks like a photo negative. But
Yeah.
That's
He said not to kill him. Good idea.
okay. He said not to kill him. Probably Osborn.
Yeah.
Definitely want.
Yeah. See, I'd say it's probably gonna be either Kingpin or Green Goblin. That's like hiring the goons.
Right.
Man, this is like a lame Sinister Six.
Oh.
We're not supposed to kill him, right?
Oh. Oh.
Well, it sounded like growling, so it's probably Venom. Because Venom, people like to think Venom's an awesome Spider-Man villain.
Yeah.
Like, he's the evil personification of Spider-Man. That's the argument everybody always says, is like he's the evil personification. When Eddie Brock was just some loser steroid pusher who can never get his own shit together. It looks fun. It's Spider-Man. So I don't, from an artistic perspective, I don't like the redesigns of anybody.
I do like the movement of it. It definitely felt like you were actually swinging.
Web slinging, yeah. It's fast.
Although, no, I would need to actually have to hold the controller and stuff, because there's definitely a difference between like looking like it's actually swinging than feeling like you're actually swinging.
Yeah, because then you could get in there and play and be like, this controls like
it could just be
garbage.
like, hey, triangle, triangle, triangle the whole time.
Yeah, so
Because I play like Spider-Man 2, the movie, the game, and that felt like where you have to like swing with momentum and such.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to feel like there's momentum to Spider-Man.
That's like the gold standard too. A lot of people really like that game.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for the best. Spider-Man games are usually fun. Spider-Man movie 2, the game, Web of Shadows. There was another one, I can't remember what it's called.
I'm trying to think.
So I think Between Time or something. I think it was just him and Spider-Man 2099 were the only two in it.
Right.
But like Spider-Man's had a pretty good run of games. This has like the cool fast-paced action of Spider-Man. You can do cool web tricks. That looks really fun. I hope there isn't going to be too much chasing the bad guy with web swinging.
Yeah.
I know, sadly, that's Spider-Man.
Yeah, I just want to be able to like swing around New York and just have fun doing that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the open city to explore is like half the fun of being Spider-Man. I don't want it to be like not Arkham Asylum, not Arkham City. Not Arkham Origins. What was the fourth one called?
So that was
Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Arkham Knight, it felt like crap. Like, there was so much focus on that stupid Batmobile because, like, the developers were so proud of you driving a stupid tank.
Yeah.
And it was so unfun to drive that thing.
Right.
I want to drive Batman's freaking Batwing, the jet.
Yeah.
I'm Batman. I want to be in the sky. I'm Batman.
Yeah.
You know what bats do? Not drive cars.
That would be a fun little picture, though. Just a little bat on the steering wheel.
I am the knight. As he like has his thumbs up there.
Yeah. He rolls down the windows, just throws out a batarang at
Like
somebody.
you've had some decent exposure to Spider-Man. In terms of the art direction, how do you feel about the villain designs? I'm not digging anybody.
It definitely feels very cumbersome, like you said, like very just sort of visually busy for the eyes. Like that makes me feel like if you took what Batman the Arkham City had, and basically threw it on Spider-Man's villains, it just feels like It works a little bit more for Batman's villains because they're all more like some of their own sort of tech-based and all that.
Well, if you go back to the first Batman game, if you go to Arkham Asylum, they're more streamlined. Like Joker's just a really gangly looking dude.
Yeah.
Ivy's just a hot half nude chick.
Yeah.
Killer Croc's just a big guy. Bane's just a big guy who he's a bit busy in his how horrible they designed his venom distribution.
I would say they're all busy, and like even like Poison Ivy and such had a sort of like clothing and all that.
And the veins and the vines.
Yes, they were all busy in their own sort of sense, but it basically worked in them because that's just what Batman's always been. Like he's basically like a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah. But then when you go to like the fourth game where they tried to make the characters look more realistic, Joker just looks ugly. Like he's disgusting to look at.
Yeah. Yeah, then when you go to Spider-Man, like he's supposed to be like more simplistic sort of design and such. Like that's why like the added white to his like wrists, his feet, and all that sort of stuff come off very weird and such.
It throws off the color balance.
Yeah.
Like it would have been fine if you just had white webbing.
Yeah.
That would have been fine. But the fact it's like big white spider, it's like, oh wow, that really throws off the whole dynamic of how things
are.
are.
Shoot that, bang.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if he does the Batman thing, then it makes sense. Cause like you know, Batman sometimes he has a like yellow saucer on his chest with a bat symbol in it.
Yeah.
Depending on which interpretation it is, sometimes he specifically designs that because he wants enemies to shoot at that as the target, because it's reinforced with armor plating so they won't penetrate it.
Right.
So it's safer for them to shoot that area like as the only spot they can see, as opposed to shooting like his arms or his legs.
Okay, that makes sense. I don't feel that that's what they're probably going for.
Oh no,
because
somebody
they're like
wanted
little sticks. Just be sure to shoot the spider's legs and all that.
I'm sure what happened was the studio got the project and they were like, let's put our mark on Spider-Man. This is our Spider-Man. So what does that mean? Putting your mark means changing the character design, doing something different. I'm no different. As a guy who always likes redesigning characters, I've contemplated the idea of redesigning Spider-Man numerous occasions. But I think Spider-Man has such a nice... It's like Superman.
Yeah.
Superman's first design to me is perfect.
Yeah.
Screams superhero. Spider-Man, it's perfect. It's got great color distribution. The eyes are fantastic. The web pattern, the spider on the back, the little spider on the chest, phenomenal. I just think it's great color distribution.
Right.
Adding the white, you can have the white webs raised. It's not too distracting. I think it's a little bit unnecessary, but it's fine. But then you go over to like this one and it's giant white on the knuckles and giant white spider on the chest, and I don't like it.
And the sports shoe sort of motif on his feet.
And the weird sports shoe thing. And to me, it ruins the character design. It threw off the color balance. It threw off the look. And it just looks weird. Because like the only white he ever had was focused on the eyes, where he's expressive.
Yeah.
And that makes sense to me.
Right.
Now it's just bleh. It's like it threw up on him.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like how Electro looks cumbersome. I didn't expect him to look like Electro from the 60s or anything, because for some reason everybody hates that design except me. But I'm really bored with I'm bored with the idea that so many people come in and they're like, his villains need to look badass, because they look stupid.
They're fucking super villains. Most of them are kind of stupid.
If you have these gifts and you're robbing banks, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You can conduct electricity. You know what you can do? You could literally make a deal with the power plant to visit once a month, discharge electricity into the machine to provide free power, and they pay you.
And then Rhino is just basically like the super strong guy. He can just basically lift anything he can choose.
Yeah. There's no reason why he shouldn't just be an enforcer for like a wealthy entrepreneur.
And I'm not sure what Mr. Negative could do. Maybe.
He is a Chinese businessman who has a split personality, because most of Spider-Man's villains have split personality too.
Yeah, I don't see what he can fucking do for society.
Well, when he's in his civilian form, he's a dude who does like entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
But then he's like a crime lord. You know what it is?
most of them are crying.
Yeah, it's Green Goblin. It's Chinese Green Goblin basically. It really isn't that special. Superhuman strength, which almost all of them have. Reflexes, which almost all of them have. Mental domination. Yeah, Spidey's got a few of those.
Healing touch.
I don't know what that really means because it's never even fully explained in the comics because he does things at random. Ability to switch between reversed and regular appearances and change up knives and swords. Charge up knives and swords with black energy. Yeah, Mr. Negative is such a lame duck villain that they've been trying.
He looks cool, but
Does he? He looks like a photo negative, and that's it.
well, he definitely just sort of stands out. Like I never seen him before. Like this is my first time experiencing Mr. Negative. It's just like, wow, that's definitely different from all the other Spider-Man villains.
I'll say this much: I love the name.
Yeah.
That's it. I like the name, but yeah, he was never particularly a cool villain to me. He came in during that era where there was a stint in the comics where basically the Marvel head said you can't use any of the iconics. You have to create all new villains all the time. And he was maybe one of the few ones that just sort of pops up every now and again because no one talks about most of the new ones.
Okay, so you can empower an object and such. A healing touch, and he cured Eddie Brock of his cancer.
Yeah, and he turned Black Venom into a White Venom called Anti-Venom. Yeah, I guess.
Maybe we should just sort of break down. Like, this is sounds like a cool Spider-Man game and such. Like, it looks cool, the movement was great. And we'll just have to see what the actual story is, because, I don't know, it definitely was giving me sort of like the Spider-Man version of Batman, sort of thing.
Yeah, and they say Kingpin's going to be in the game, so I'm guessing Kingpin's then the big bad.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, they're going to have Taskmaster, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like Taskmaster, he's one of my, there he is, Norman Osborn, there we go, the Green Goblin's probably going to show up, because everyone likes to think the Green Goblin's a great villain, even though he sucks.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for the best. I like the fact he's a younger Spider-Man, I like the idea of him interning at a lab, that's all the fun stuff. I really hated that Marvel. He's like a 30-something-year-old now, but he acts like a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
So he acts like a 30-year-old who hasn't gotten his life together at all.
Yeah.
So he just, you know what he acts like? He acts like that clip we saw in the Spider-Verse trailer where he's a loser and he's like telling Miles to pay for his fucking dinner.
Yeah.
Like that's how Spider-Man is now in the comics. He's just a loser.
Yeah. But definitely he's. Like, good thing he's like 23 here, so it makes.
Well, 23-year-old, you're still trying to get your life in order.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yes. So I was liking where Spidey's character was going and sounding and such.
I hope for the best. I like Spider-Man. He's a cool superhero. Oh, cool. Miles Morales is going to be in there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping for the best. From the villains we saw, I'm kind of bummed because none of my favorites were there. Okay, they say Shocker's going to be in there. Shocker's one of my favorites, but we didn't see him in the trailer. Doc Ock was always one of my favorites,
right.
Of course. Sandman, I have a soft spot for Sandman. I do like Venom, but I'm not like the other Venom fans who hold him at such a...
You're not in the mood for Venom the movie?
If there's no Spider-Man, it doesn't work. He can't be Venom.
He's sympathetic.
Dude, he wasn't sympathetic when Spider-Man's there!
But he's sympathetic now!
He's never been sympathetic. Eddie Brock's whole thing is he's an angry butt monkey who screws up his own life, and he blames everybody else for him screwing up his own life, because he can't take control of his life. And then he got cancer, and then he died, but then the creators brought him back because people really like Eddie Brock as Venom, and then they gave Venom to an actual character called Flash Thompson, who was Peter's school bully who grew up and got his life together, and he served in the military, and he became Agent Venom, and he was awesome. And he actually became a superhero who even Captain America respected, and then they killed him off, and then they gave the symbiote back to Eddie Brock, who's a freaking loser!
So I guess the moral of the story is you need to not be losers for this game to be good.
Well, it's the Marvel Universe. Everybody's kind of a loser. That's how half the heroes exist. Some jerkwad who's a jerkwad, something bad happens, the jerkwad, I'm a jerkwad. And then they turn their life around, except for Captain America, who is literally, I'm a good person. Here are powers. Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay.
next trailer.